I live in Australia now. I have learned a lot about myself. I definitely know who my true friends are now. That's something that I think you definitely know once you are no longer having to be in an environment with some people. You realise the ones that you want to be in the environment with. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like sometimes, you're just friends with a lot of people because of maybe convenience. And then I suppose when it becomes inconvenient to be friends, like living at the other side of the world, you kind of figure out who your real friends are and who like you are okay with putting up with that inconvenience for. And that's both sides. That's like I either distance myself from some people because I don't think they're worth the inconvenience of being long distance friends, or they've done the same to me. There's no negativeness with it. I think that's just part of growing up. There's been no fights. I think it's just, you just understand who your true friends are. And that's in no negative light to absolutely anyone who I'm not really close with anymore. I suppose it puts everything into perspective really when you aren't as accessible to people. I've done a lot of traveling, and it's been really fun. It hasn't really changed me so much as the traveling thing. I feel like I'm still such an indoorsy kind of girl. I'm not really an outdoorsy girl. I don't really enjoy going to the beach that much, but I do love going for a swim. I feel like I have to be in the right mindset for some of these things. I don't know why. Living in Australia has definitely made me appreciate Ireland a little bit more. I honestly can't wait to go home to Ireland and just explore Ireland. I didn't realise how much of it I had never seen before, took for granted. And yeah, a lot of people say that they leave Ireland because the only thing to do in Ireland is to drink, and I just feel like that is wrong. I follow Dev Skiing, and I think that's how I say her name, and I just see that like amazing videos she posts of like exploring Ireland, and it honestly makes me really hungry to like go home and see the beautiful country that I'm from. Anyway, but living over here has definitely made me want to go home to Ireland and explore a little bit more. I think I took for granted the country that I was from. I have been able to explore a lot of Australia. I have done Perth, I've done Darwin in the Northern Territory, I've done the entire East Coast, I've done Sydney. We do plan on visiting like Melbourne, Canberra, Adelaide and everything like that before we go home. We might possibly do a little bit of the West Coast as well. And then we're going to do like Vietnam and stuff. So like I feel like I've been able to explore so much of this massive country, and there's still some counties and islands that I've never stepped foot in, and there's a lot of like landmarks in Ireland that I haven't even seen. So I do actually have this like hungry desire to like go home and like explore Ireland and like fall in love with the country that I'm from. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to fill you guys in on yet. I'm doing a lot of manifesting, I'm doing a lot of journaling. I'm going to be saving a lot of money this year, like I'm making that a promise. And yeah, I want to check in here a little bit more with you guys and like see if I can keep this up. And if I can't, I can't. Let's get dressed. I'm not even leaving the house today, so I don't even know what I'm going to wear, but I don't like to sit in my pajamas all day and do nothing. I like to get up, clean my face, clean my house, and then just get dressed, and then whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm just going to get dressed. Okay. I always leave my pillow behind my pajamas. I know a lot of people do that, but I've been doing it since I was a kid. I've just never not put my pajamas behind my pillow. I like that I did that. Okay, this is the outfit today. I'm literally going nowhere, but my clothes need to be worn. So it's as simple as that. I did get this little two-piece suit off Shein. I know Shein is not the best place to shop from, but everything in Australia is really, really fucking expensive. And I do wear this all the time. this is the outfit. We're going nowhere, but I have to film. I'm doing a new series on TikTok, so I want to film for that, and then I think I'm going to read. The bad thing I've discovered about myself is when I read, I get really engrossed in it. It's probably because I have undiagnosed ADHD. I am looking into getting assessed for it, but it's like really, really hard, especially over here because I'm obviously not Australian, so like I don't get, like the GP and stuff isn't free over here. Like I have to pay for obviously all my medicals. I feel like I'm better off just going back to Ireland. Not that my GP is free back in Ireland, but I feel like because I'm a citizen there, it might just be easier to get into the referral program. It could be a really long time here is what I'm looking at, and I actually am only here for a year, so the last thing I want to do is like spend thousands of dollars getting my ADHD diagnosis over here, and then one, for it just not to get done on time before I leave, and two, maybe it not to be recognised in Ireland, and then in Ireland I'd have to get re-diagnosed anyway. So that's what's on my mind at the moment. Why did I even bring up ADHD? See? I forget. Now I remember why I brought up ADHD. It's because my reading. I remember when I first started getting back into reading, like Colleen Hoover so got me back into reading, and I know some people don't like her and they don't like her style of writing. However, I had stopped reading for so long, and then I picked up one of her books and I just found it really easy to understand, and I kind of found it like a cheesy rom-com, and that's like my favorite kind of movie to watch. So I enjoyed it and it got me into reading again, and then I've obviously been able to like go on to different authors with maybe like a harder vocabulary or like more, I suppose, more of a harder story to read, and I have been really enjoying it. It is the 7th of January right now, and on the 3rd I read The Housemaid, and I read that all in one day, and then the next day I read, oh my god, I can't even speak today. Basically I read the first 2 books in 2 days, and it like fully took over, and then Sunday and yesterday I had to give myself a break, and I did read the little short story in between, like the wedding one, and I thought that was really, really bad, so I'm a bit afraid to read the 3rd one, because I did think that that short story was just a load of shite, and I really don't know how much more can happen to this girl Millie. So I'm a little bit like, what the fuck is going to happen in this 3rd book? But anyway, I probably will start reading that today, but like if I start, I'm just going to finish, so I'm going to try to get everything else done first. So yeah, I live in Australia now. I have not updated my YouTube family in like 2 years. The last video I posted was when I was like telling everyone that I was going to move to Australia and travel Thailand, and I just never came back online since, and like looking back at those videos, I don't even recognize who that girl is. I feel like I've changed so much since I got here, mostly for the better I think, and yeah, I just feel like I'm a completely different person, and I've got such a different, like, I won't say like a completely different outlook on life, but like I think I don't know, I've learned a few things about myself anyway, for sure. I feel like the old content that I used to produce was like a bit jokesy, and I think I was either trying to take myself a bit too seriously, or I was always trying to crack a joke, but I've like since realized that like the funniness that I was like putting out is like a defense mechanism that I learned like growing up. You know, like if you can't be the cool friend, be the funny friend. If you can't be the skinny friend, be the funny friend. So I think that that's just something that I've like negatively picked up as being like trying to overly be funny, and I'm still funny now, it's just like I'm not the punchline anymore. So there's that. So yeah, it's just hard to kind of even, it was hard for me to get back onto this because YouTube is just a harder platform. Like you have to sit down, like consciously do it, whereas like TikTok and Instagram, it's just like your everyday life. So I feel like people on those other platforms were like seeing me progress a little bit more, and here, and I know it's going to be the same viewers watching it from here and from TikTok and from Instagram, but I just feel like because my last video, I feel like I was such a different person. I didn't even have blonde hair. Yeah, I just feel like it was a lot for me to get back on here, but I do want to be on here. But yeah, I'm not really going to pick up where I left off. I'm not going to just tell you everything that happened in Thailand and in Australia. I just feel like there's enough of that content out there on my Instagram and my TikTok, like if you want to catch up. I might like down the line start talking about different things, but for now I'm just picking up from here. Today is January the 7th, 2025, and this is this video, and that is that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think I just wanted to do like a reintroduction to YouTube. Okay, bye, love you.